السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ايه الأخبار يا شباب؟ النهاردة بإذن الله هنحل على ال OA. يلا بينا نبدأ في أول سؤال. أول سؤال بيقول why do we not actively extract valuable elements such as gold from ocean water؟ يا ترى ليه؟ لأن ال ocean water don't contain much amount of gold، ولا ال gold is located at too great a depths to bring to the surface، ولا the extraction of gold from ocean water isn't profitable، ولا we don't have the technology. طبيعي احنا عندنا التكنولوجي، ولكن ال extraction of gold from ocean water isn't profitable، فبالتالي هتبقى الإجابة هتبقى C. فاحنا معانا أول واحدة C. طيب how do magnetometer work؟ by detecting local changes in Earth's magnetic field. طيب which of the following best describes the distribution of mineral ore? Ore are found everywhere, but the technology to extract those ore are limited. لا. The ores come from sedimentary rocks, which are the most widely distributed rock on a continent. Type ores are only found in the oldest continental bedrock. لا. طب ores are only a very tiny fraction of the rocks of continent. أو يبقى هتبقى ايه؟ دي. طيب ores are not rocks of the Africa continent. طيب evenly distributed through the rocks، ولا usually near Earth's surface، ولا are most often found in sedimentary. احنا لسه قايلين a very small fraction of the rocks. طيب which of the most two abundant metals in the Earth's crust؟ الليد والميركوري، ولا الأيرون والألمنيوم؟ الأيرون والألمنيوم دول أكتر اتنين metals موجودين في الأرث crust. طيب how do geological maps aid in mineral exploration؟ يبقى ازاي هي بتساعد؟ قلنا هي بتساعد الجيولوجيست ان هما infer what lays، يعرفوا ايه اللي beneath the surface، ايه اللي موجود beneath the surface. يبقى ايه؟ طيب what are the environmental implications associated with surface mining؟ Surface mining distributes a land's surface and can therefore destroy an ecosystem، ولا surface mining distributes the land surface and can therefore change the pattern of surface water runoff، ولا drainage from surface mining can pollute surface water and count water، ولا all the above. هتبقى all the above. طيب what risks to human are associated with mining؟ المينينج involves working with heavy equipment. طب underground means can collapse. طب long term exposure to many minerals causes health problems for minerals and process. بقى all the above. طيب when is strip mining used؟ when the final desired product are large block of rock. لا. when minerals resources lie deep beneath the surface. لا. when an ore body has irregular geometry. لا. when the deposit is thin and widespread sheet like layers near the surface. أو طيب which of the following factors were not considered when determining whether surface or underground mining should be used to remove mineral resources from the ground؟ طيب ايه من دول اللي مش هيأثر، اللي مش بيتاخد؟ طيب size of ore، ولا depth of ore ولا grade أو quality of ore؟ ده كله بيأثر. يبقى the process by which the ore was formed، دي مش هتفرق معايا أوي. The only method for directly determining the viability of an ore deposit is magnetic survey ولا subsurface drilling ولا geochemical analysis ولا satellite remote sensing؟ لا subsurface drilling. طيب a mineral company is flying a plane with a magnetometer over an area to detect mineral deposit. Which element is this method most likely to detect؟ يا ترى أي mineral؟ الأيرون أكيد لأن احنا magnetometer. الميتال metal enrichment in subduction zone is a result of، يا ترى result بتاعت ايه؟ dissolution and precipitation ولا differential melting and density stratification ولا magnetic segregation and mental convection ولا الهيدروثيرمال activity والfluid enrichment؟ يبقى الهيدروثيرمال activity والfluid enrichment. طيب a placer deposit forms when mineral precipitates from evaporating ocean water ولا from magmatically heated water ولا mineral are deposited during metamorphic action ولا mineral are deposited when floating water slows down. Right, which determines whether a metallic element become concentrated or in the liquid fraction during magmatic segregation. تبقى its density. طبعا its density. Like which factor is least likely to affect whether a mineral deposit is an ore deposit؟ طيب how dense ore is أو ده الأقل effect. طيب what determine whether a metal is abundant or scarce؟ طيب ايه اللي هيفرقلي organic or non-organic؟ لا. renewable or non-renewable؟ لا. how many different forms it occur in on earth؟ لا. هتبقى how much it must be concentrated to be economically profitable. طيب بعد كده which isn't a property of metals؟ ايه اللي مش property بتاعت الميتالز؟ هتبقى brightness ولا malleability ولا thermal conductivity ولا قوة electrical conductivity؟ هتبقى ايه؟ brightness. طيب which isn't an example of industrial material or mineral deposit؟ coal quartz iron ore diamond. تبقى coal. which type of mining occurs when gold is being from a stream؟ طيب open pit ولا blazer ولا strip ولا solution؟ قلنا blazer. طيب dredging a river bed may be an effective technique for mining silica ولا gold ولا coal ولا silver؟ قلنا gold. طيب metals can concentrate on the floor of ocean around pieces of shell forming black lumps called cool ولا nodules ولا tadpoles؟ لا nodules. shark lump of minerals on deep ocean floor. nodule a lump of minerals on deep ocean floor is nodule. Undersea mining isn't practical because there are no valuable minerals in the ocean ولا ولا nodules cannot be recovered ولا minerals can be removed ولا it is difficult and expensive هتبقى it is difficult and expensive. طيب or and forms when very hot water dissolves minerals from rock and transports them into cracks where the mineral precipitates out. الفين ولا الأور ولا اللين لا الفين. Which of the following is only mineral which meant from the sea؟ هتبقى كبر ولا منجنيزيوم ولا يورانيوم ولا زنك؟ تبقى منجنيزيوم. طيب gold that weathered out from metamorphic rocks was located below the surface area soil surface ولا was located at soil surface ولا sitting in gravel deposit ولا none of above؟ لا sitting in gravel deposits. طيب laser are valuable minerals found in يا ترى الماونتن رينجز ولا الديزرت ولا stream deposits ولا populated areas؟ لا stream deposits. طيب metals enrichment and subtraction zone are a result of dissolution precipitation ولا احنا لسه قايلينها enrichment and subtraction zone يبقى على طول hydrothermal activity. Which determine whether a metallic element become concentrated in the liquid fraction during magmatic segregation. هتبقى its density ولا its conductivity ولا its susceptibility to magnetic fields ولا its compatibility in early crystallizing minerals؟ هتبقى دي تمام. طيب اللي بعده which mineral is used in making steel؟ يا ترى انهي هيماتايت ولا دايموند ولا جرافيت ولا الجبسون؟ الهيماتايت. البوكسايت is a rock that contain valuable minerals of resources of bauxite على طول يبقى ايه ألمونيوم. طيب the mineral نقط is meant for rock salt كبر ولا النيكل ولا الجولد ولا الهالايت؟ هتبقى الايه الهالايت. which of the following is a source of lead تمام. البوكسايت قلنا ألمونيوم ولا الهيماتايت ولا الميلكايت ولا الجلينا؟ طيب بعد كده the oxide of not lightweight تمام lightweight metal from random rocks and sulfurs. طيب الألمنيوم ولا الكبر ولا زنك ولا ليد؟ هتبقى الألمنيوم. الجلينا is the primary ore of which of the following minerals ليس الكلينا يبقى الليد. طيب السفليرايت is primary ore of which of the following material؟ silverite يبقى على طول زنك. هيبقى على طول زنك. طيب الهيماتايت is primary ore of which of the following؟ تمام which of the following تمام هتبقى هيماتايت iron. طب which of the following is a source of copper؟ قلنا ألمونيوم بوكسايد، هيماتايت ايرون، وجالينا ليد. يبقى فاضل ايه؟ ماليكايت. ماشي. Steel makers add other elements to iron to make not softer alloy ولا weaker alloy ولا alloys with special properties ولا more brittle alloys. طبعا ايه alloys with special properties. طيب an example of mineral made up of pure element is الكبر. When steelmakers add chromium and nickel to iron, the result is stronger steel ولا rest steel ولا steel that melts easily ولا steel mixed with sleek. تمام، هتبقى الستيل melts ايه easily. طيب 43 in order to having meaning the area must have much higher concentration of minerals that are found elsewhere. طبعا عشان ايه يبقى profitable ان انا احفر هنا واطلع واستغرق، يبقى انا في قيمة قصادها اللي هو profitable وهطلع بمكسب. تمام. طيب 44 which isn't a major limitation in predicting future minerals resources cost and inability to predict new discoveries of major minerals resources and resources ولا a lack of basic knowledge of types of rock and geological environments that mineral resources are found in. أو هي دي؟ لا. طيب ولا ال inability to predict what technology will be available in the future for extracting minerals. لا برضه. A lack of understanding about the environmental sequence of extracting minerals. أو ده اللي ممكن يعمل limitation. طيب 45 how are minerals resources different from mineral resources? Mineral resources are more widespread than mineral resources, while mineral resources contain lower concentration of elements than mineral resources, while all mineral resources are mineral resources, while all mineral resources aren't mineral resources. لا العكس، all mineral resources are mineral resources while all mineral resources aren't mineral resources. هي دي. طيب the cost of creating a product from a mineral deposit depends on the abundance of valuable mineral from a deposit ولا the cost of extraction of the mineral from rock ولا cost of refining the ore material ولا all of the above. لا هتبقى ال cost of mineral from rock. طيب which term refers to anyone who searches for ore deposit? A geologist ولا prospector ولا miner ولا mineral specialist؟ لا prospector. طب scientist who locate ore deposit؟ geologists ولا environmental scientist ولا soil scientist ولا paleontologist؟ لا environmental scientist. طيب هتبقى معذرة، هتبقى geologist. تمام. 49 valuable minerals resources are evenly distributed around the planet ولا more highly concentrated in certain location by geological process ولا collected by surface meaning technique ولا always profitable or they wouldn't be called valuable. يا ترى بي ولا دي؟ لأ دي اللي هم مش شرط يبقى على طول profitable. تمام. آه بس أصل الأكيد إن هي more highly concentrated in certain location by geological process ده definition بتاعها. طيب a mineral company is flying a plane with magnetometer to detect an mineral deposit. قلنا magnetometer على طول. تمام، يبقى هنروح للأيرون على طول، يجي في بالي إيه؟ الأيرون. طيب ال 51 mineral resources combined this to conduct a gravity survey of region. Why would this be a useful method of prospecting? لأن many ores are bodies are as denser than the surrounding rock. Oh. Like which factor is least likely to affect whether a mineral deposit is considered to be an ore deposit؟ اللي هو احنا لسه قايلينه how dense the ore is. طيب Whiton actively extract valuable elements such as gold from ocean water. Ocean water don't contain much amount of gold. ولا gold is located at to create tips to bring to surface. ولا extraction of gold from ocean water isn't water profitable. Or how do magnetometer work is uh, by detecting the local changes in Earth's magnetic field. Or which following describes the distribution of minerals ore. اللي هو ores are only a very tiny fraction of rocks of content. طيب ores are not rocks of Africa, a small fraction of the rocks of Africa. طيب which are most two abundant metals اللي هي ايه؟ الايرون والألمون. How does the geological map aid in mineral exploration? They help geologists infer what lays beneath the surface. أو طيب what are the environmental implications associated with surface mining? Surface mining distributes the land and therefore destroy an ecosystem وdistribute the land وtherefore change pattern. ماشي. وكان pollute surface water and ground water. يبقى all of the above. What risks to human are associated with mining? The mining involves working with heavy equipment وunderground mining can clubs where long-term exposure to many minerals cause health problem. يبقى all of the above. When is strip mining used? When the final desert product are large blocks. لأ. طيب when mineral resources lay deep beneath the earth, the surface. لأ. when an ore body has irregular geometry. When the deposit is thin and widespread sheet-like layers near the surface. Type. Which of the following will not be considered when determining whether surface or underground mining should be used to remove minerals resources from the ground? السايز ولا depth ولا equality أو accurate ولا البروسيس؟ هتبقى البروسيس. طيب the only method for directly determining the availability of an ore deposit is magnetic survey ولا subsurface drilling ولا geochemical analysis ولا satellite remote sensing subsurface drilling. طيب A mineral company is flying over a plane with magnetometer. on magnetometer يسأل لك قرار كتير ناخد بالنا منه هيبقى iron. طيب minerals are deposited and accumulated in straits of which of following rocks: sedimentary rocks ولا metamorphic rocks ولا igneous rocks ولا none of the above. لا, sedimentary rocks. Which one of the following minerals is contained in the monoxide sand type: oil ولا uranium ولا thorium ولا كول لا هو الاسم الغريب ده. طيب, the limestone is associated with which of the following rocks: sedimentary rocks, igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks ولا territorial rocks. لا, sedimentary rocks. Which is correct about magnetite iron ore? Magnetite is um, the most industrial iron ore in terms of quantity used, while magnetite has inferior magnetic qualities which isn't valuable in the electric industry. It is the finest iron ore with very high content of iron, up to 70%, while it has a slightly lower iron content than hematite, 50 to 60%. لا, هتبقى C. It is the finest iron ore with high content of iron, up to 70%. طب, one who studies minerals as part crust of Earth's crust for a better understanding of landform is called a geologist. Type. Small occurrences of mineral in rocks are known as veins. Type. Chittery means are famous for coal, gold, copper, iron, copper. The larger occurrence of minerals of igneous and metamorphic rocks are called veins ولا lutes ولا beds ولا layers. طيب, احنا قلنا large occurrence, تمام, هتبقى veins ولا lutes ولا bed ولا layers, هتبقى lutes. Great hole meaning is found in كهرباء ولا أوريسا ولا متهيأ باراتيش ولا ميكالية. طيب, rate hole meaning, تمام, موجود فين؟ موجود في الميكاهيليا. طيب, which one of the following mineral is largely derived from ocean water: bromine, silver, platinum, bauxite. لا, bromine. Type. Which one of the following is largely derived from ocean water: bauxite, magnesium, gold, mica. المغنيسيوم. Which one of the following mineral is largely derived from placer deposits: placer يبقى على طول ناخد في بالنا ايه؟ الجولد. طيب, which of the following is the finest quality of iron ore: limestone ولا الماجنتايت ولا الستورايت ولا الهيماتايت؟ الماجنتايت هو بيبقى فوق 70%. mineral company is flying with magnetometer. قلنا magnetometer على طول هيعمل detect لمين؟ للأيرون على طول وانت مغمض. طيب, contact gravity survey of region. Why would this be useful method of prospecting? Type. ليه؟ لأن many ore bodies are denser than the surrounding rock. Why we Why do we not actively extract the valuable elements such as gold from water؟ لأن احنا قلنا إن ال extraction of gold from water uh, isn't profitable. طيب secondary enrichment makes low grade ore um, into richer ore by weathering ولا deforming ولا deformation ولا igneous activity ولا evaporation. لا weathering. طيب this mineral is the same as ordinary rust and is principal ore of iron. السلفورite ولا quartz ولا hematite ولا bauxite. لا الهيماتايت. طيب which isn't a major limitation of prediction future mineral resources costs and availability. تمام. inability to predict new discoveries of major minerals resources and reserves ولا inability to predict what technology will be available in the future for extracting minerals ولا leak of basic metals of types of rock and geological environments that mineral resources are found in ولا none of the above. none of the above. طيب straight form deposits generally result from a combination of igneous process and metamorphic process while igneous process and sedimentary process while metamorphic process and sedimentary process while igneous metamorphic and sedimentary process. لا igneous process and sedimentary process. بس كده كده الحل بتاع الاكسرسايزز بتاع ال O8 هيكون خلص ان شاء الله وهيبقى هحط لكم الفايل باذن الله والاجابات في الدرايف وباذن الله تعالى هيبقى في فايل هبعته لكم. تمام. نحفظ الجداول اللي فيه مهمة قوي خاصة بالأماكن بتاعة الأورز عموما في مصر. تمام عشان بيجي منها أسئلة يا شباب. بس رمضان كريم عليكم يا رب. دمتم بخير. وإن شاء الله إلى لقاء آخر بإذن الله تعالى. سلام.